told Sean I'm part-time, so I know it's on.
Oh, my goodness. Hold on 1 second,
12,
folks,
6.
while we try to get
shit.
everything
Is it
up
live?
here.
Still, you feel me? Like, still
Wait for it to
having
connect here real quick.
I be
We're connected.
And granted, I know tomorrow's my only.
We will be live. Ladies and gentlemen,
the day after tomorrow, I don't work till
we're here
12
with you
p.m.
after Sunday night football. The Ravens just wrapped up their game against the Buffalo Bills. And they lost. They lost 40-41 in a collapse. Let's just call it what it is. This was an absolute collapse on all in every phase of the ball. Offense, defense. It just wasn't a great game.
Today's Sunday, right?
It was not a great game for this team.
All Monday, Tuesday, I work.
Obviously, we're going to get more into details with it, but I'm severely disappointed. I'm severely disappointed in this team. I'm severely disappointed in these coaches. The decisions that were made. It was just you need to win these kind of games. You have to. Dom, that's Gons. We just did our first ever live commentary for this Ravens Bills Sunday night football game. It was a blast. Had the guys around. Shout out to the guys. It was a great time until the final buzzer for this game. Well, final whistle, I guess I could say, for this game, not final buzzer. Gons, I'm just going to start with you because I'm just going to absolutely crap on this team. So I'll let you bring in your thoughts in this game, and I'll finish because I'm about to go off.
Well, listen, I mean, I said this in the pregame. Is this team going to be any different from teams that we've seen in the past? And if we were to solely base that on tonight's performance, no. I mean, they just lose. They find ways to lose this game. They do. And I don't care what you want to attest it to. You can blame the defense. They gave them a smorgasbord of yards, and that's fine. But the offense also played a hand on it. And I know you're like, Gons, you're insane. They scored 40. Turnovers in the last quarter and the lack of ability to move the football when you were up by multiple scores in the fourth proved detrimental. And again, I'm not really surprised because once again, I was skeptical of picking the Ravens to win this game in our pregame live stream or live show, my bad. It's just I'm not really shocked. I know a lot of you Ravens fans are like, oh, I can't believe we lost it. I'm not, because this is what we do, Dom. We lose these kind of games. And you can quote me on it if you go back into the pregame show on YouTube and watch the end of the show. It's kind of shocking, but at the end of the day, it's not really shocking because this is what we do. This is our team. This is how we are. We just don't win the big matchups, especially the playoff rematches. So let's dive into it.
Are you good?
Oh, I'm good.
All right, cool.
I don't think you are.
No, I'm not.
I'm content with it. I mean, it's what this team is.
No, I'm not. I'm not content.
They are not a Super Bowl contending team because they are not showing their mental toughness. This is not a mental tough team. They can't put teams away when they need to. And I don't care. You can say, oh, whatever. You're just salty. This is the Buffalo Bills. This is the team that kicked us out of the playoffs last year. Chiefs, we did the same thing. And I don't care what you say about Isaiah Likely, whatever. There were plenty of miscues in that game, especially in the first half. Okay? It's no different. It's no different. I'm not shocked. But let's talk about it.
All right, yeah, let's talk about it. This team is garbage. All right, so let's start from the beginning. Okay,
no, they're not garbage. They're just.
I gotta start from the beginning. I'm speaking out of anger.
Go ahead.
I'm speaking out of anger. All right, I'm just highly frustrated. Okay, because this game was in your hands. You had the game at the palm of your hands, and then you choke on it like it's a meatball on Wednesday afternoon at lunch. Let's just start from the beginning. Okay. If you are up multiple possessions in the fourth quarter, there is no way if you get to a 4th and 3, you don't give it to your all-pro, multiple MVP quarterback to put the game away. That's number one. You are 4th and 3. The Bills had one timeout remaining. and then you sell that. Like you don't even give your quarterback a chance when this offense has been torching your defense for a good part of this game. That's just, again, unacceptable. Let's go back to the second half. What we were talking about earlier. Henry is running rabid all over this Bills defense. What do? You take him out of the game in the clutch situation before halftime where you could have got more points in a close situation. You could have got more points. You could have maybe got in position to maybe score a touchdown if Henry stays in that game and you give him some more carries.
And then the crazy, I guess he probably wasn't fatigued or anything.
You could have kept going. Like, it's just some of these coaching decisions were just very, very questionable in this game. Let's also look at, I'm going to talk about every phase here. The players, Henry, terrible fumble in the clutch. That never happens. And he fumbles the ball.
That's not the right game.
In the situation.
I'm tripping. I'm tripping, guys.
He
My bad.
fumbles the game in a clutch situation. You cannot have those kind of turnovers. All they talked about all week was ball security. And what happens? What happens? They fumble it away. And then the Bills are able to capitalize off that and score. Again, and the defense barely was. We saw no pressure tonight. Josh Allen could have called his fiance, made a dinner reservation, planned the wedding, talked about he had all day. He had all day.
Look at the stats.
Like, look at these stats. He threw for almost 400 yards tonight. He was sacked one time for 5 yards. And that sack didn't come to what, the third quarter? Like, it's unacceptable. It's just way too like, you wasted a Derrick Henry masterclass. You wasted a Zay Flowers masterclass. Lamar had a really good game, and they all sold it. Every single last player on this team sold this game. You were up 40-25. You were up multiple possessions, and you gave it away. And it goes back to what you mentioned, mental toughness. This team folded when they needed not to the most. And it just goes back to it starts at the top. It really starts at the top. Like, I know you want to hold the players accountable, but again, it starts at the top with coaching your players to be ready for these kind of situations.
So
coaching these
is this
guys,
on the coach?
It's on everybody. It's everybody. It's from players to coach. But I'm saying it starts at the top and you make your way down. Jair did not have his best game tonight.
There was a couple.
He was not having his
plays.
best.
But I would say, how would you say it's the coaching when 90% of the plays comes from the quarterback himself?
That's not true.
As a coach, you're also putting those players in position to do these, to make these and
the quarterback has no control on the defensive side of the ball.
So, like, you have to look from the top to the bottom. So, I mean, it's on
Who
everybody.
Wait, we got a comment. SG 2032. Who was king tonight? Nobody was king tonight.
Nobody. It was
No, don't say that. I told you at the beginning of the game, Zay Flowers played one hell of a game. Wasn't for him. Not considering the yards that y'all got within this game, you wouldn't have it without Zay Flowers.
It doesn't matter.
I'm just being honest. And D-Hop. D-Hop himself, too.
I understand.
I'm just being honest.
You've got to put the nail in the coffin, and this is something that this team has not been able to do. And I know they got better with it.
The scored on the
okay. Thank you, Mr. Boost. I appreciate it.
Just being honest. I'm not even trying to be funny. I'm just being honest.
I hear you, Mr. Boost, but let me finish my thought.
I'm being honest.
This team has got to learn how to put the nail in the coffin, because until they learn how to do that in these high-pressure situations, they're not going to win Super Bowl. Because when you get to the playoffs, that is ultimate pressure. If you can't put teams away like they do in these situations, and I know it's week one, and I'm not going to overblow everything, like blow up the team or whatever. I'm not, because they're a talented team, and I understand that. It just shows you they are the same type of team as they were last year and the year before, because they're just not mentally tough enough to finish these games. And these are the type of opponents you're playing in the playoffs. And if you can't put these guys away, and if you continue to do the same thing as you do in previous years, aka losing these rematches, what gives you the confidence that you're going to do any better when it comes crunch time? That being January. It just doesn't. It doesn't. It really does not, matter to me, or it does matter to me. The game result itself does not matter to me as much as the familiarity of how we're losing. That's all.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. This defense, and I know you were kind of questioning it earlier, but this defense looking like how it was last year. It is.
So far, I can't argue.
It's looking like how it was last year. I mean, you look at the lack of stops, the blunt, like the coverages of dudes being wide open. Keon Coleman was having a field day on that field. Like he had 6-7 catches for almost 80 yards. Like it was bad. Like Shakir had some good pops. 2032, come on, man. Cook isn't getting traded for Henry. But either way,
should have never gotten rid of Patrick Queen or Chuck Clark.
Nah, but
I don't know about that, dude. Yeah, I don't know about that.
This defense is showing really bad remnants of the beginning of last year, where it was lacking in getting stops, blown coverages. Guys are wide open all over the field. Like Keon Coleman was wide open on most of those passes in that final drive to get them within field goal range. That was him getting those catches. Like it was just guys, not the Jair Alexander pass interference to get those guys in position to win the game. To get them more points. This is on everybody. Off the conservative play calling when you're playing. The problem with the Ravens is that
Pete Bowler,
when we have a lead, it's like we're playing not to lose, not to try to extend that lead. We're not playing to win. We're playing to just hold the lead and just try to get the win. When you are up against an opponent of this caliber, of a quarterback of this caliber, who has been seen multiple times to have clutch situations, you have, like you said earlier, put the nail in the coffin and end this. You don't give them multiple opportunities to get back in the game. And that's what happened. We kept getting 3 and out. Henry fumbled. And then it completely changed the game.
I honestly think that's where the game was lost right there. When the Ravens defense got one of their rare second half stops and they forced a Josh Allen punt off the Matabike sack, and then they got the football back up 15, 9 minutes to go, and the offense goes 3 and out and punts it right back. I mean, that is unacceptable. It's unacceptable. You cannot do that. And that shows the mental toughness aspect. They don't have the killer instinct. I mean, they were rolling up and down the field in the second half.
They were rolling up
the field. Lamar runs it in, touchdown, 27-13. Next drive, rolling down the field. Lamar hits the DeAndre Hopkins one-handed catch. It's phenomenal, wonderful, 40-point game, and then it just shuts down. It completely shuts down, and that is why we lost. And then lack of stops on defense. I get it, but I feel like this is low-key more on the offense for absolutely just going to sleep in the biggest moment because you already knew your defense was struggling all game. You need to turn it up, and they gave you an opportunity to put the game away, and you go 3 and out.
Oh, no.
You didn't get a single first down after you scored the 40-point touchdown.
I hear you. And
None.
I hear you. I understand, but I'm sorry. I'm looking right at this defense.
I understand you can, and you should.
Because the offense put up 40. Now, mind you,
you got to put it away.
You're right. But as the defense, it is also your obligation to try and get a stop. Guys, we barely got stops tonight. You can look at this. You can look at the offense and at least give them kudos for getting into the end zone as many times as they did. This defense struggled all night.
I understand that.
They were rarely getting the stop.
They made the big play in the fourth to get the sack. And what did the offense do? You can tell me.
I understand that.
1, 2, 3, and a punt.
But we wouldn't have been in that position.
And then the next drive, 1, 2, fumble.
But also, we have been in that position if the defense would have gotten more stops earlier.
Agreed. You're not wrong.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, you can look at every phase of this ball.
I'm blaming the offense more just on how the game was going, on how great they were, and then they just absolutely screeched to a halt.
This was a defense that came in with better expectations than last year. They were supposed to have turned things around, gotten the communication better, more stars on the team, extra coaching experience. The coaches we hired in the offseason, having these guys ready to play, they weren't ready. None of them were ready. This pass rush was absolutely abysmal tonight. We had 1 sack all night. 1. Now, the Bills only had 2. I get that. But they were able to pressure Lamar a decent amount. Allen had all day back there. The secondary can only cover for so long. Jair was not having his best day. Nate Wiggins, he was on and off against Keon Coleman sometimes. But, I mean, it just Humphrey, the missing tackles. You know what I mean? How many missed tackles out there were there tonight?
Let's talk about the defense. As bad as you thought the run defense was, it really wasn't that awful. It was not great, but look at the stats. James Cook, 13 carries, 44 yards, only averaging 3.4 yards. Josh Allen, 14 runs for only 30 yards, good for 2.1 yards, and he got the 2 touchdowns off the sneaks.
Okay, well,
Ty Johnson, he did have a nice long run, 17 yards, but 31 carries for 100 yards is not that terrible.
Not terrible. They averaged 3.5 yards a carry.
It was mainly the lack of pass rush that was
killing
the problem.
Like this is a big number right here.
Look at the yards.
Like this
33 for 46, 394, 2 scores and no picks, good for 112 rating and a sack. But you gotta get after Allen, and they weren't able to, but they got him that one time in the fourth.
Not enough.
I know, but when you do find a way to break through, you've got to put them away. And you just scored on all your possessions.
You're
they
right.
Scored on every possession, and then they just went to sleep. What was the issue? What did the Bills do that was so good? I'm trying to figure that out because they really weren't. Their halftime adjustments were shit. They weren't stopping us. And then all of a sudden, now we can't move? Now we can't get 1 first down? Not even 1?
Apparently not.
Are you kidding me? In the last 2 drives?
I don't know.
They deserve just as much blame as the defense. If not more.
Again, you're right. And I'm pointing
only because of how dynamic they were the whole game.
You're right. And everyone here deserves blame tonight. No one on this.
Jordan Stout didn't see the field until the damn fourth quarter.
You're right. You're right. I'm not taking anything away from that. I mean, obviously, it's frustration at this point. Everyone on this team, it has to blame. Everyone on the team. There's no exception for anyone tonight. But this team has to look themselves in the mirror and ask themselves what you asked them on the pregame show. Are you going to be any different?
Yeah.
Because apparently,
right now,
at
no.
this point, they're not.
No.
Like this loss was just unacceptable.
Now they get another chance in 2 weeks, 3 weeks. They go to Kansas City and they play the Chiefs in Arrowhead.
Well, we also have to play Detroit week 3.
Oh.
And obviously Detroit did not play good. They looked
kind of bad today. Not gonna lie.
Play good today.
We got to break down all those games in our when are we gonna break those down?
I don't know. I'm crying internally, so I'm frustrated. But this team is just, they're not ready. They're not ready. And you have to be honest. You have to be honest. They're not I know I called them trash earlier. Obviously, I was just upset. But
they're not a bad team.
They're just
not a championship caliber
squad. They're not ready. Like, you're not like, the offense can win you games, but this defense right now is not winning the games. It's just that simple. Like, you have to look yourself in the mirror, go back to the tape, and realize what the heck went wrong tonight in this collapse. Because this was a collapse. It was.
I don't know.
It was a collapse.
Defense couldn't get its feet set, and the offense went to sleep in the worst moment. That's the summary of the game. Luke missing that extra point. I mean, it was bad, but it really didn't cost them. Well, maybe, because they would have had an extra point at the end. And maybe the Bills. Well, I know the Bills could have gotten a field goal to tie it. So I don't know. Luke was solid tonight. He did miss. And it could have been deemed costly, but I'm really not looking towards that one missed kick because he made all of his other field goals.
No, because if you look at the one missed kick, I mean, you can go back and just you can just go back and just look at this whole game.
I feel like it's more on this just everybody.
It's the overall team. It's an overall team thing. Like these guys need to look in the mirror. They do. Every single last player. I don't care if you're on offense, defense, or special teams. Everyone has to look in the mirror because this is just unacceptable. Henry fumble, unacceptable. Missed tackles out there, open field, unacceptable. Penalties, pass interference, getting these guys in position to score, unacceptable.
Mm-hmm.
Like blown coverages, dudes wide open, unacceptable. Like it's just so many unacceptable things tonight. Like everyone has to play better. And so you have to come back home for your home opener next week, and you have to beat the Browns. You have to, because
for regular season projections.
Yes, you do. But you have to come in here regular season because this schedule is not going to get any easier to start. Because you have to play Detroit, you got Kansas City, you got Houston, and you got LA before you even think about a bye week. So your best now, I think the Ravens are looking maybe 4-2, maybe 3-3 going into the bye.
Maybe you got us losing 2
more
games.
If this defense doesn't shape up, if this offense can't play more aggressive in the fourth quarter,
so how much do we credit Allen and the Bills?
They played a great game. You know why? Because it was the same thing as last year. They didn't make any mistakes. It was the same thing as last year. They made no mistakes. They capitalized on ours.
The fumble.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's us. They outplayed us tonight. In that fourth quarter, they outplayed us. It's just that simple.
They're just not mentally. The Bills are more mentally tough than the Ravens.
They came.
Are they more talented? Hell no. But they're more mentally sound. And that's what deems important in these fourth quarter close fights.
And you have to credit, like just them being able to capitalize on that. Like that's just what it is. They played a good fourth quarter, took advantage of our mistakes, and they won the game. That's that simple. That's what happened.
Yeah.
It's just like last year. So I don't know, man. This team, they got some thinking to do. They got some adjusting to do. It's just so much. Like I said, you wasted Derrick Henry masterclass tonight. Zay Flowers had a masterclass tonight. D-Hop had an amazing catch for a touchdown tonight. Lamar Jackson was Lamar Jackson tonight doing his thing. And it doesn't matter because you lose the game by 1 point in the end to a field goal. So that's just my thoughts on it. This was a
and that'll do it. There's really not much more to talk about. We can look at the defensive stats to see who was ahead on the Ravens side of things. Derrick Henry, one fumble and one lost. Defense, Roquan Smith led the team with 8 total tackles and 8 by himself, so that was good.
Yeah, 10 total.
Kyle Hamilton, or 8 solos. That's what
8 solos,
10 total. Sorry. Hamilton was swarming around the ball. Starks had a lot of tackles, had an opportunity for a pick in the beginning of the game. Matabike had the single sack, and Awuzie 6 total tackles. So a pretty good debut by Chidobe.
Awuzie I think he had a really good game.
Nate Wiggins, decent plays. Nate Wiggins had a wonderful pass breakup on that 2-point try to give us yet another 2-point lead with 2 minutes to go. And what did the offense do? You want to fill us in? 3 and out. So they had not 1 but 2 chances to get a single first down, and they couldn't do it. But anyway, Teddy Buchanan, Marlon Humphrey, Robinson, they all had decent involvement as well. But yeah, we just need more. We need more productions. I mean, Kincaid did fumble the ball on one of those plays. You're right.
Didn't get it though. So
no, but it just shows you that there's turnovers lost, Ravens 1, Bills 0, and yet again we lose the turnover battle to this team. Yeah, man, I don't know, but it was quite an entertaining game if you're a non-Ravens fan. So hopefully you enjoyed it. I know we didn't. But most definitely, I don't really think there's too much more to talk about. We can probably get on up out of here shortly.
Yeah.
The Ravens will be back next week, week 2 at home, celebrating their 30th anniversary against the Cleveland Browns. Joe Flacco back in the building. So we're going to have to recover there and get back on our feet because, you can't sit on your ass the whole time. You got to try to get back up. So, Troy Ravens trying to avoid a second consecutive 0-2 start. So we'll see if they can get it done at home. This game was a tough one, though. It really was. It was a tough game to watch. Very, very frustrating way to finish the game after such a good performance almost all game long, especially on the offensive side of the ball. But again, we'll be back. Hopefully this team can rebound. Already this team is facing adversity. Okay, they're already facing an uphill climb because everyone's thinking like we're thinking. They're the same team as last year. Let's see. Can they prove us wrong? Only time will tell. We'll see.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. I've lost it. I've lost faith. I've lost all faith in this team. I have. We'll see, folks. Obviously, again, devastating loss. They had to bounce back again. Like this schedule is brutal to start the year. So this defense again has to shape up, and it has to shape up fast. This offense has to get more aggressive in clutch situations fast. You can't make those mistakes on special teams, allowing players to get to the 50 to give good field position. Like you have to shape up. That's pretty much it. So, folks, we're probably going to get out of here. Gons, any final thoughts before we move out of here?
Tough loss, but, we got 16 more games. We'll see what this team can do. Can they turn it around? Can they get over this mental toughness hump? We'll see. Well, we got a long season, though, so don't hang your head too much, fans, because, we got time.
It's only week 1.
It's just annoying to see us lose this type of game.
It is.
Again.
It's always annoying. It's always going to be annoying to lose. But folks, thanks for joining us tonight for our very first ever live commentary. It was a fun one. Absolutely. Most of the guys around us are absolutely unconscious because it's been that kind of night. But we're going to go ahead and get on out of here. We'll try to bring you game predictions again as we did last for the first week. This week coming up. And
we're going to definitely bring you game predictions. We'll be back and we'll break down everything that happens after tomorrow night. We got one more game to watch tomorrow evening. It's the Bears versus the Minnesota Vikings. And then we'll be back to recap what happened in week 1 and give our predictions for week 2.
Yep. So we'll be back here to bring you guys that content. But for now, I'm Dom. That's Gons. I guess we'll root for the Ravens or whatever. And
we always do.
Yeah.
Always.
Even though they make me sick to
let's see if anybody's in here right now.
So thank you guys for the love. Thank you guys for tuning into the stream. Thanks for guys turning into the post game. We wholeheartedly appreciate it. But again, for now, I'm Dom. That's Gons. We'll catch you guys for game predictions for week 2. Enjoy the Monday Night Football game for sure. NFC North action should be a fun one, no doubt. But until now, we're signing off. Have a good night. Enjoy your Sunday evening.